Yo, what's up guys? So I'm just going to real quick show you guys how to start up a quick Minecraft server for you and your friends on a Linux device. I'm going to be using a Raspberry Pi. You do not have to, but if you are, I do recommend using at least a Raspberry Pi 4, if not a Raspberry Pi 5. You should still be able to get a decent working Minecraft server for a couple of friends on your Raspberry Pi 4. You'll have fun, obviously, but there are limitations. It will struggle loading chunks, stuff like that. You won't be able to use add-ons or plugins. I do recommend a Pi 5 as it's got over double the performance. You might even manage a couple mods. Should be able to host up to about 10 players if you're lucky, and it should just overall be a lot smoother, especially have an SSD for some faster chunk loading. If you are on like an actual computer doing this, then that's perfect. You will have no issues whatsoever. First thing you're going to want to do is obviously turn on your device. Don't be stupid. And open up a terminal. I've SSH'd into my Pi because I don't have it plugged into a monitor, but you probably will have yours plugged into a monitor because you'll probably have it up in front of you already. So just open up a terminal. It will be the exact same as whatever I'm doing, so do not worry about it, okay? First thing we're going to do once we have it up is just update our packages. So sudo apt update, sudo apt update and sudo apt upgrade -y. And that's going to go through and just basically update our system. Any packages that are outdated, it's just going to do it. Mine's going to say nano upgraded because I have already done it several times, but yours hopefully should. Next thing, we're just going to check our Java version. I've intentionally downgraded mine to 17, as most of yours will be 17, but if yours is already 21, do not worry, that's perfect. Just skip ahead a bit until we're done with this section. But this will be incredibly fast. If you have Java version 17, do not worry, it will still work. However, if you're going to be running Minecraft server on versions 1.20 and above, I do recommend upgrading to 21 as it will just be slightly faster. Okay, so real quick, to upgrade your Java from 17 to 21, what you're going to have to do is copy and paste these commands in. I will put these in the description as these are quite annoying to type out. I know full well that you guys are going to have an absolute pain writing every single one of these commands out as I paste them, so I'm just going to put them in the description for you to do that. So once you type those three in, just do sudo apt update, and that's just going to make sure that everything is up to date. For me it already is because I've done this already again, and then you're just going to paste in sudo apt install Xms1G That's basically Java 21. This is likely going to take a while depending on your internet speed and on your actual device's speed, but do not worry, just let it do its thing and it will go through. It's really just this simple. You just put in the command and it will do it all for you, right? So, hey, how's it going? Yeah, alright, I suck at small talk. Don't know what to say to fill the space, but, I mean, I guess maybe I'll just fast forward after this. Okay, no fast forwarding was needed. But now that you've done this, we're just going to check our Java version again. So you're just going to type in java-version, and as you can see, it is now on OpenJDK version 21.0.9. That is perfect. If yours does not show 21, do not worry. There is a good chance that it did still work, but you just did not have it on automatic, mode. So all you got to type in is sudo update alternatives -config java. And select the correct one. So it's going to be number 2 most likely. If not, it could also then it could be 1. But there is a good chance that if you just select auto mode, which is number 0, it will just do it for you. I'm already on auto, so I'm just going to press enter to keep my current selection, right? So for security, we're going to create a new Minecraft user. This is basically just, you guys don't have to worry about this because I doubt anyone's going to be trying to hack into your device from your Minecraft server. But on the off chance that they do, if you do this, all they're going to get is a really shitty user with no permissions to actually affect your device. So you're going to type in sudo useradd -m-d/opt/minecraft. That's going to be the home directory -s/bin bash mc. And that's just going to create your Minecraft user, and that's going to be your home directory. Next thing we're going to want to do is actually navigate to that directory. So we're just going to type in /cd/opt/minecraft. And now that we're in there, just give permissions. You most likely won't have to do this, but this is just sort of a making sure type of thing. And next we're going to copy and paste this command in here. This is to actually install the server. So we're going to be going with paper because it is very optimized. It's going to work best on for something like a Pi. And listen very carefully here. If you want a different Minecraft version, then all you have to do is go to the paper website and select the most stable build for the version of Minecraft that you want, copy and paste it into here instead. So if you wanted, for example, paper 1.20, 1.20. I don't know, 7 if that's a version, then you'd type in here paper-1.20.7-124, whatever the stable build number is, and you'd also change it here. And that will install paper for that version instead of 1.20, 1.10. But I'm using that because it's the most recent version of Minecraft. So for people listening in from the future as well, when new versions release, all you have to do is just change those numbers again like that, and you should be completely fine. It should still work. Next thing is we're going to just basically start up the server. What we're going to type is sudo-u mcjava-xms1G. That's going to give it 1 gig of RAM. Don't worry, we will change that later. This is just temporary to generate all of our configuration files. So -jar server.jar -nogui. And that's basically just going to start the Minecraft server. By starting the Minecraft server, we are generating all of the files for it. And we essentially need to do that so that we can actually accept the EULA. What you're going to notice once this is actually done starting is that it's going to fail. And that is because we actually have to accept the EULA before the server can properly boot. So once this is all done and it generates a EULA file, all we have to do is nano into that file, change the EULA from false to true, save that file, and we should be fine. I will fast forward this actually because this usually does take quite a bit longer than everything else. Right, so as you can see here, it says failed to load eula.txt and that we have to agree. So all you have to type in is sudo nano eula.txt, and that will open up the file, and we just go down to this line and we change this from false to true. Once you do that, press Ctrl O, enter, that will save it, press Ctrl X, and then you'll exit. Now that's perfectly fine, that's all done, nothing else that you need to do. Next thing we're going to do is install something called screen. It's basically just going to allow you I say basically so much. It's basically just going to allow you to sort of put it in a container that will keep running even if you close like the SSH session or something like that, if you're connecting remotely, or just in general do that, and it's going to allow you to keep coming back to it. You don't have to use this, but I'm going to, and it's my tutorial, so you're going to do what I say. So sudo apt install -y screen, that's going to install it. I already have it on. It's gonna take a lot longer for you guys to install it, but mine's really quick because I already had it. Next, we're gonna actually create our service file. So we're gonna do sudo nano etc systemd/system/minecraft.service, and that's gonna create our file. Mine is already full. I guess I didn't delete it properly last time, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna paste this into the file. I will leave it in the description. And if you want to allocate more RAM to your server, which you most likely will want to do if you are using mods or anything like that, you just simply go to this line right here, Xms1G, and increase it. Same with XMX. You will just increase these to the amount of RAM that you want. 4G is 4 gigabytes. Everything else you do not really need to care about. This is basically just opening your Minecraft server in a screen session so that you can keep going back to it. It will automatically restart if it crashes. And that's basically all you have to know. So after you paste this in, Control O, enter to save it, Control X. That's perfect. That's all done. Next thing we're going to do is we're just going to start the server properly this time. This time it will actually run. It's not going to fail because we have accepted the EULA. So sudo systemctl daemon reload. Do not accidentally type in demon. I do that a lot. Daemon is not a spelling mistake. I know it's kind of silly, but it's fine. And we're going to type in sudo systemctl enable Minecraft. And that's basically going to create a Minecraft system service, which will automatically start whenever your device boots on. Now we're going to actually start it ourselves because obviously our device isn't restarting. So we're going to type in sudo systemctl start Minecraft, and that's going to start your Minecraft service. So now we're going to actually check if our server is running properly. Hopefully, if we've done everything right, it will be. So what we're going to type in is sudo systemctl status Minecraft. And as you can see, it is active and running. And to access your server console now, we're just going to Control Z out of this. To access your server console, what you're going to type in is sudo-u mc screen-r Minecraft, and that's going to pull up this screen server for this. And this is where you're going to interact with your server. From here, you can type in commands for the server, like kill. If you want to troll your friends, you can just type in kill and then your username when they join. Find their IPs when they join your server. Just to fuck with them. But basically, just wait for this to go through. It's going to generate a world. It's going to generate a spawn point and everything. And then afterwards, it will be perfectly fine. So as you can see there, it has successfully finished. And what we're just going to do is add the server, and what the IP that you're going to use for now is just the IP address, the internal IP address of your network for the device that you are doing this on. So for me, it is 192.168.1.50 because that is my Pi's IP address. And if I type that in, you should see in a second that the Minecraft server will boot to life with 20 players on it, and we are able to just join this and play as it would be. So logging in, and you can see the UUID and everything of me joining the server. It's going to give me an entity ID and everything. You don't need to care about any of that. All you need to care about is that you can now play. If you are running this on a beefy PC, it's going to be a lot faster, but since I'm running this on a Raspberry Pi 4, it's going to be slow, and it's going to just, start off like this. But once it actually does have the time to render the chunks around you, it will be a lot faster. Even traversing will be a lot faster as well. But keep in mind, when multiple people do join your server, it's going to be quite a bit slower. So that's perfect. Everything, as you can see, it's rendering around me. Like I said, once it has time to load, it will be a lot faster. I'm going to disconnect quickly, and what I'm going to do is just control A and then control D, and that's going to detach you from your screen session. So control A and control D will detach you from the session and take you back to your terminal. And what we're going to do now is we're going to sudo systemctl stop Minecraft, and that's going to stop your server. Okay, you might see it go down in a second here. But basically, all we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to change your server properties. So you can just go as it is now if you're perfectly happy with how it is. But if you do really want to, you can go sudo-u mc-nano opt minecraft server.properties. And this will pull up a file with a bunch of different settings where you can change things like the max render distance, because obviously if you are running this on something like a Pi, you may want to choose to lower the server's render distance, which will make it a lot easier on the server to actually run when a lot of people are playing and loading tons of chunks. Also, for example, something like max players, if I was to change it to 4, control O. Ooh, wasn't that boring, guys? Anyway, so I rambled for the next 5 minutes, so I decided that I want to come back and redo this. So basically, I'm just going to do an example of changing these server settings. So I'm going to go to sudo-u mc-nano /opt/minecraft/server.properties. I need to kind of actually go into my thing. So sudo... I should be able to just, redo that. Right, okay, I accidentally put a space in there. I didn't put a space in there. Right, okay. So a quick example of changing things would be like changing the difficulty to, oops, Control C, cancel. Changing this to normal. For example, changing hardcore to true. I'm not going to set a seed, not going to set any of that. Yep. Max players 4. My MOTD, motto of the day, or something like that. I'm just going to change it to my awesome server. Yeah, okay, cool. Control O, enter. Control O, yes, I want to change it. So that's going to save it. Control X again to exit. And I'm just going to reboot. Sudo reboot. So now that's going to restart my Raspberry Pi, and what you're going to notice is, first of all, real quick, so if you guys want to open this up to the internet so that your friends can join, what you need to do is you need to go to your Wi-Fi's hub manager, your router's hub manager. What you want to do is go to your advanced settings, go to your firewall, and essentially go here, and you want to create a new port forwarding rule, find your device in your list that you are hosting the server on, give it a name, forward your port 25565, and the protocol is going to be TCP. That is Minecraft port. And then what you're going to have to do is go to a website like Find My IP or What's My IP, take your public IP address, and that will be the IP that you then give to your friends for them to join your server. I personally have a DNS connected to my IP. I recommend something like DuckDNS as it's completely free and it hides your IP, so you can instead give them the DNS instead of your actual IP. So for example, I'm going to type in adverb3d.duckdns.org and that will connect it for me. You can have whatever you want, my Minecraft server.duckdns.org. We're going to actually see if my thing has rebooted now or not. It has, but it looks like it's still not there. Let's check to make sure that I didn't accidentally, oops. Yeah, that's the wrong thing. Right, let's sudo start, sudo systemctl start Minecraft. And now if we go all the way back up to, go into our screen, hopefully we should see that it's going to be starting. Right, so now it's started. I know it says that it's still disconnected there, but we should see, actually, if we're just going to refresh it for now because that's what we want to do. As you can see, it's changed the settings to be 4 players, my awesome server. We can join it, and once we join it, we're going to see that we're going to be in hardcore. The difficulty is going to be on normal. It's going to be amazing. And so, like I said here, as you can see, well, we're not actually in hardcore for some reason, but technically the server should be. As we can see, we can change settings here. If I go ahead and type in a command here, you'll see that I died. So again, like I said, you can type in commands for the server here, especially if you turn on admin. I don't know why it didn't change to hardcore, as it did set that to true, but everything else was right. So good luck having fun with your friends. Okay, anyways, have fun, bye, and have a good day. I don't have friends to play Minecraft with.